Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into an age-old challenge. You know, running out of things to say in a conversation.
Yep, that's it. It's something we've all experienced, right?
Exactly. And we're exploring why conversations die out and how to keep them flowing naturally.
Right. It's like when you're chatting and suddenly crickets.
Mm-hmm. And it's not because we don't have anything to say. It's often like overthinking.
Yeah, overthinking can definitely kill the vibe.
So true. It's like you're trying to come up with. It's like it's like the perfect comment, and that pressure really stifles your
Yep.
natural flow.
And that brings us to the idea. Stop trying to be interesting and start being interested.
Right. Focusing on your curiosity creates endless questions. Um, think about it. When you're genuinely curious about the other person, every detail becomes a conversation
Mm.
opener.
Yeah, like instead of planning your monologue, you let the other person guide you deeper.
Exactly. One of the simplest yet most powerful tools is the follow up question technique. If someone mentions, say, I went on a trip last week, you immediately ask, where did you go? Or what was the best part of it?
Absolutely. Each answer leads to a new branch of discussion. It's like conversational gardening.
Right, you water each branch with a follow up question and let the conversation grow.
It's like you're cultivating interest rather than forcing a script.
Now, another neat trick is really um, listening for keywords. Like if someone says, I've been really busy with work, instead of letting that slide, you can ask, what kind of work are you doing? Or what's been keeping you busy?
Yeah, focusing on keywords really shows you're paying attention and it opens up natural responses.
And sometimes it's the little phrases like, that reminds me, which let you share a related story without stealing the spotlight.
Exactly. It's like a friendly bridge, linking your experience with theirs.
Though I sometimes wonder if the that reminds me technique can divert the conversation a bit too much. I mean,
Mm,
don't you think it might sometimes steer away from what they were initially discussing?
you have a point. If overused, it can feel like you're shifting the focus to your own stories rather than exploring their experience.
Yeah, that's a valid observation. It really underlines the importance of balance.
Speaking of balance, a conversation is kind of like a game of tennis, right? You toss the ball back and forth, not just serving questions like an interview or monologuing.
Totally. It's all about that back and forth rhythm. You want to share your thoughts, but also leave plenty of room for the other person to chime in.
And that rhythm is what makes conversations feel effortless and natural.
Exactly. Now, there's also the notion that you shouldn't fear small pauses. Those brief moments of silence often give everyone a chance to think, kind of like a pause button that lets the conversation catch its breath.
Mm, right, those pauses aren't the enemy. In fact, they can sometimes be refreshing.
And then we have everyday topics. Often we make conversations seem like they need to be deep or overly clever, but really discussing work, hobbies, travel, food, or everyday experiences keeps things lively.
Absolutely. It's the simple topics that can lead to the best, most natural exchanges.
And there's another key element, being comfortable with imperfection. Not every sentence needs to be a masterpiece.
Yeah, sometimes you'll say something plain or even a bit off topic, and that's perfectly okay.
Exactly. Natural chats aren't scripted, and they're all about being authentic.
And when you're authentic, you give room for real, meaningful connection.
Now, the final secret of all this is practice. The more you engage in everyday conversations, the easier it becomes to keep them flowing.
That's right, practice makes it effortless. Start by chatting in small, low pressure settings, and eventually, talking just feels natural, like breathing.
It's like riding a bike. It can be wobbly at first, but soon you're off and riding smoothly.
Exactly. And the key takeaways? Overthinking is the enemy. Be genuinely curious. Use follow up questions. Pick keywords and expand. Use that reminds me sparingly. Balance talking and listening. Don't fear a short pause. Keep topics simple. And lastly, embrace imperfection by practicing regularly.
Yep, that's the session in a nutshell. If you ever feel stuck for words, remember, it's always not about having more to say, but about how you create a space for conversation to evolve.
Right, it's all about curiosity and letting the dialogue flow naturally.
And hey, the next time you feel the conversation slipping, maybe just lean into the silence for a moment. Trust that it will reset, and more words will come.
Definitely. Keep practicing, stay relaxed, and let your natural curiosity guide you. Thanks for the great chat and happy conversing.